Hi all, in this video we'll see how to implement the stack data structure algorithm using Python programming language. Stack is a data structure just like the array. Array is also a data structure where the elements store in a linear structure, that means one after another. Stack is also a linear data structure, that means in this stack, okay, the elements gonna store in a linear structure one after another. In the array the elements gonna store one next to other, but here in the stack the elements gonna store one above the other. That is the difference between the stack and the 1D array data structure. Okay, and as stack is following linear data structure, we don't have any explicit structure for the stack. We just use the 1D array to implement the stack algorithm, to stack mannerism and the stack algorithm. Okay, here in the stack the elements are gonna store one above the other. Okay, and as it is following the linear data structure, we use the 1D array to represent the stack. Okay, and after that we have to be clear with one thing: stack follows first in last out mannerism. Here in the array we can insert the element at whatever the index we want, and we can delete the element at whatever the index we want. But here in the stack algorithm, okay, even though we are using the 1D array to represent the stack, we cannot insert the element at whatever the index we want, and we cannot delete the element at whatever the index we want. There is a mannerism that is first in last out. That means wherever the element that is last put into the stack, we can delete only that element. Suppose this is all our stack filled with all the elements, and 61 is the last element we inserted into the stack. We can delete only that element. Okay, because stack follows first in last out. Okay, when you are trying to delete the elements, okay, whatever the element that is pushed, that is inserted into the stack at first, we are able to pop that at the last. Okay, that means we have to delete the element which is at the top first. Okay, that means we have to implement this mannerism on our 1D array. Okay, then we before going into the programming, we have to be aware of some terms related to the stack algorithm. First one is the top. Top is a variable. Top is a variable which always refers to the top element of the stack. That means it will be initialized, it will be assigned with the index of the top element. That means this top variable is always referring to the index of the top element. After that we are having two operations. Insertion of elements into the stack, we call that operation as push operation, and deletion of element, we call that operation as pop operation. And the push operation, we can perform the push operation at the top index. That means wherever your top is referencing, okay, at that index itself we have to assign the element into the array. And after that pop operation, wherever your top variable is referencing, at that index itself we can delete the element. Okay, now let us implement the stack data structure in the Python programming language. First of all, we need an empty array, okay, with one limited size. Okay, let me just create an empty array having the 5 spaces. I am naming this list or the array as stack, and I am assigning the empty string inside my stack, and I want of size 5. Whenever you write it in immediately in the memory, 5 spaces gonna allocated, and with the starting index as 0 and it will be assigned, every index will be assigned with the empty string. That means no element is there in our stack. Okay, after that our empty stack is ready. Then we have to initialize the top variable. If no elements are there, that means there is no top element, then where would be our top referencing to? It should be referencing to the -1. Okay, that means before the 0. Initially our top should be initialized to -1. Okay, that means no elements are there in our stack. And after that we have to implement the push operation. How do we represent any operation in the programming language? We represent any operation in the form of function. Now how do we implement any function in the Python? We use the def keyword. That means we are defining the function. Def push name. Okay, name of the function. After that we have to receive one element from the user while calling this function. Whenever user is trying to call this function, the user will pass one element to push into the stack. To receive that element, we have to declare one variable to hold that element passing by the user. Now colon, then we have to go inside. Okay, and wherever the top is there, we have to initialize our element, assign our element at that index. First of all, top is at the -1. Okay, then we have to if we insert our element at the 0th position, then we have to move our top to the 0th position. Is that correct or not? Okay, first let me increment the top. Okay, top is equal to top plus 1. Okay, initially top is at the -1. Okay, whenever I increment that, then top will move to the 0th element. Okay, 0th index. Then can I assign the value at the top position? Okay, if I write like this, stack of top. Okay, wherever top is there, I am trying to assign the element at that position. Okay, now our top will be at the 0th position, and wherever top is there, we are assigning that element in that index. Okay, now pushing is over. Okay, then how long we can push the elements into the stack? Suppose already our stack is full with all the 5 elements. That means our top will be at the 4th index. Again user is asking to push the element into the stack, 71th element into the stack. Do we have space in the stack? No. That means we cannot perform this logic if our top reaches 4. Is that correct or not? Okay, then how long we can perform this pushing operation? Only if top is less than length of stack array. Okay, only when the top reference is less than the length of the stack, then only you can perform the push operation. Otherwise you just need to display stack overflow. Okay, this is the push operation. Now let's define the pop operation, pop function. Def pop. Here we don't give any chance for the user. Okay, chance for the user preferenced index to pop. Okay, as stack follows first in last out. That means whatever the element that is last in, we gonna take out that first. Correct? Okay, that means wherever top is there, okay, we can delete the element only at that index. That means we have to implement the same in our logic. Okay, wherever top is there, we have to pop that element. Okay, let me take that element. Okay, wherever pop is there, I would like to take that element in one variable. Popped element is equal to stack of top. Okay, I am going to take that element into one variable. Then what do I do? Okay, suppose user is asking to pop this 31st element. User just asked for the popping. Okay, where our top is, our top is referencing to the first index. Okay, then how can I delete this element? If I just decrement this top to the 0th index. Okay, if I write top is equal to top minus 1, then I am saying, I am just making the user to rely that top is no more this first index, top now is 0th index. That means we are just pretending that we are not literally deleting the element present at the first index. We are just saying that okay, top is not the first indexed element, top is the 0th indexed element. That means whenever the push operation happens next time, top will move to the 0th index to the first index, and the insertion, next element insertion gonna happen in this place. That means this 31 gonna replace with the new element that is going to push into the stack. Okay, and I would like to return that popped element. After that, okay, before making the decrement, I would like to make that as a empty variable. Okay, now stack of top is equal to empty string. Okay, now okay, whatever the element that is present currently at the top index, I am just assigning that value to the popped element variable for my further reference. And after that, wherever top is there, I am just assigning that place with the empty string, and I am decrementing the top to the previous position to just let the user know that this is not the top position and this is the top position of the stack. Okay, now after that, I would like to return this popped element. Okay, then how do you return this popped element? And before that, let me clarify when can we perform the pop operation. Suppose our top is already reached -1. Okay, that means none of the elements are present in the stack. Can we still do the pop operation? No, we cannot do this pop operation if our top is less than 0. Correct? Then when can we perform this pop operation? If top is greater than 0, then only we can perform the top is greater than or equal to. If top is at the 0th position, still we can do the pop operation, I guess. Okay, then otherwise we cannot do the pop operation. We just print that the stack is empty. Stack is empty. Then the pop operation, after that I would like to return this popped element to the main program. How do we return it? Return popped element. Okay, now whenever we are using the variables that are outside our function, okay, the variables which are assigned outside the function, and if you are trying to use them inside the function, you just need to declare those variables as global variables inside the function as a first statement. Okay, make it a habit of writing those as a those in the first statement. Global stack, I'm using that stack variable inside this function. and I am using this top variable as well. That's why I am declaring. Wherever you are using those global variables, just declare them as a global inside every function. Okay, now after that we have to write the main program, that means calling of this function. Then how do we call these functions? Okay, usually we give the chance to the user to call these functions repetitively. Okay, repetitively. Then how do we do that? First, repetition. Whenever we are talking about the repetition, we have to use the loops. Okay, before that I would like to take the choice of the user. Okay, choice is equal to and choice would be like, if you want to take any data from the user, you just need to use the input function, and I am stating that one enter push for push operation, pop for pop operation, and -1 to stop. Okay, by looking at this prompt, user will give one of these options. Okay, then I am taking that options into the choice variable. Then I have to check while. Okay, how long I have to let the user to repetitively select this push and pop operations. Choice not equal to -1. Choice not equal to -1. Till choice not equal to -1, repetitively user can push and pop, perform push and pop operations on our stack. Okay, then how do we check that? Okay, if choice equal to push, then you have to ask the user for the element to push into the stack. Element is equal to int of input of enter the element. User will give the element. Then we have to call this push function by passing the user's element. User's element is present in this variable. We have to call the push function by passing this element. Then push gonna call and element gonna push into the stack. And after that, elif choice is equal to pop. Then we have to call the pop function. We don't need to pass any data as an argument, because pop doesn't accept any data. Okay, just call the pop function. Otherwise else, that means user entered other than -1, push and the pop. Okay, we just need to display that as a invalid input. Okay, it is not valid for our programming. That's why we are just displaying invalid input. Okay, and after that, okay, we have to ask the user repetitively. That means inside the loop, if after one iteration is over, okay, at the end of iteration we have to prompt the user to let give his or her choice again until user enters -1. Choice is equal to input of enter push for the pop, pop for the pop. Like that you have to repeat this statement inside the while loop as well. Okay, so that for the first iteration this choice gonna helpful. And after finishing the first iteration, okay, after finishing one iteration, again inside the loop we have to ask the user to enter push or pop or -1. Okay, that means we have to repeatedly ask the user to enter push or pop until user enters the -1. Whenever the user enter -1, we just come out of the loop. Okay, no more iterations happen. then this is the implementation of the stack algorithm using the Python programming language.